Alright, we're going to talk about Opinels a little bit. I've done all that budget steel testing, and this will be the third Opinel I've tried to do. I did 2 carbon steel ones, and they cut way more than I believe they should have, just as well as this one did. John Scarborough from the Sharp Spot sent me this one to try 12C27 from Opinel, but I ran into the same problem I did with the carbon steel ones. I've done 2 other knives now in 12C27, and they made it to around 250 cuts. This one, however, is at, on the front, 1.25 inches of the blade is at 375 cuts, and it will still cut, you know, it won't shave hair. It'll still cut paracord, tape. And here's a piece of cardboard. It's 375 cuts in, and you know, it just no problem. Now, don't get me wrong, it's not as easy as back here on the fresh part of the blade. That definitely goes through much easier. But up here in the front, 375 cuts, you know, we're still going. So, I don't know if I can fairly say this will cut X many pieces of cardboard. You know, I can't even say I can get a gauge. The stock is super thin, and I don't recall what this one measured behind the edge, but it's really thin. I want to say somewhere around 4 or 5 thousandths. You can feel that it's sharper back here, where I've only made a few cuts, compared to up here in the front. But other people have talked about this also. Because of the geometry of this knife, even when it's dull, you can still cut with it. Because it's such a thin wedge that you're trying to put through anything. So, I'm not sure what I'm gonna come up with for a test, because I would like to put the stainless Opinel up against the carbon steel one and see what the results are. So I will say I don't recall what model of the Opinel this is. For me, it's much more comfortable to cut with than the normal straighter handle with the bulb on the end. But if you have any ideas of what I could use for media to do a test to see how long the edge actually lasts, as far as cardboard goes, I mean, I even thought of this the first time I did the carbon steel ones. If you have to slice a lot of cardboard at work, I mean, it just keeps going. I mean, we're around 390 cuts now on a steel that in a thicker pocket knife just isn't going to get that many cuts. So I feel that the 2 other brands that I used, the tests were within 2%. That's fair enough to say that, you know, about 250 times through 8-inch tall cardboard is about it. And one was much thicker than the other, and the results were still conclusive over 4 total tests, 2 of each particular knife I did. So, but just some thoughts. If you have any ideas on a media I can use to test these, I'd love to hear them. And I appreciate your time, and thanks for watching.